it's Jerry Ann with scrapandstampcreations.blogspot.com, and this evening we are working on an 8-page layout using the Workshop on the Go collection, the Timblerline collection from Close to My Heart. The things that we'll be using are already on a video over on YouTube, and I'll quickly go through some of the basic things that we're going to need. We are going to be using layouts out of the Make It From Your Heart Volume 2 collection, which item number is 9042. And that is a $7.95. It comes with 18 layout patterns. 16 of them are 2-page layouts, and then the 12 cards. So the 12 card book is the one. This is where the 12 cards came out of, and now this is also where these 8-page layouts are as well. Okay. So that's one of the things that we'll be using. We'll be using the Workshop on the Go from the Timblerline collection, which is G1077. And with that collection comes a cute stamp set. It's only exclusive in the set. So you get this stamp set, D1588, but again, you can only get it in the set. Yes, Laquita Hicks got hers today, and everybody should have gotten a personal email. So you guys should be getting yours any day now. Laquita did, and we talked about why the adhesive was such an issue. Tony lives in South Carolina, where there was that big huge storm, knocked power out of her house for a week, took out 2 of her very big, nice full freezers. She had to have a brand new cable line put in, all kinds of stuff. She'll be joining us this evening as well, so just so you know. All right, so in this collection, so if you need to know anything, let me know. So I know Laquita's in Paris, Texas. And so you get the Timblerline assortment, which is Z3005. And it comes with 13 pieces. And these are the wood pieces that we're going to use. Oh, good. I'm glad you got yours today, too. You also... Yes, honey?
Now, please... Nicole told me to stay out of the food.
Yes, please stay out of the food.
I got hungry again.
Then ask Daddy to get you some more food.
But Nicole's putting it away.
Well, ask Daddy, and Daddy will help you.
Will I have more of the dinner we had?
Yes.
That's my only option. I finished mine.
I know you did. Daddy?
I haven't been to...
Could you please help him?
Yes, I will. Harrison, come here, please.
May I please have some cereal? Or
Yes, you can have cereal. If there's ice cream, there's fruit, there's all kinds of stuff up there.
We didn't go out to ice cream this weekend.
We didn't, because it's freezing outside with lots of snow and ice.
I can eat the snow.
You can, by all means. Sorry, guys. This is the Irresistibles frames, which is Z1843, and you can order these separately, but they are embossed. So we're going to go ahead and add a few of these on our project as well. And these are going to resist the ink in a couple of different areas. Well, go plug into Ustream, Harrison, and you can watch my show.
My iPad 0%. No, my iPad's really dead.
All right. I'm so glad you got your books. So those 2 pieces, plus you are going to get 15 sheets of paper with the paper collection from the Workshop on the Go. So what you get is you get 6 pieces of pattern paper, and you get an additional 6 pieces of cardstock. And then in the collection, you get an additional couple of sheets of cardstock in order to do the layouts. So in the catalog, so anybody who's placed an order with me would have gotten a catalog in the mail. I do have 2 catalogs that are needing to go out still, but I wanted you to know that if you order on my site, which is JerryAnnArmstrong.ctmh.com, then you will get a catalog in the mail, so don't order one. So anyway, the collection comes with 4 additional sheets of cardstock, which is 2 Colonial White and 2 Gold Rush. I'm sorry, you guys. Okay. So, and then the other things that we are going to use are the complements, and those are basically the extra stickers that come within the that match the colors of the collection and everything. So, and these are really, really cute, and they're cardstock stickers. Okay, I'm worrying about it, you guys. So, just so you know, I may have to go take care of that depending on if it gets too loud and obnoxious for me. But I'm going to try. And it is snowing and he wants to go to Cub Scouts, but it is really nasty outside right at the moment. So we're going to use those. The other thing that you do need for this collection is an additional 8 pieces of cardstock, and those are for your bases. And the reason that you're going to want those is because you're going to cut up most of your pattern paper. That's why it's really nice that those are in there. So for those of you who have the book, we're going to do pattern number... We're going to do pattern number 2, pattern number 3, pattern number 5, and pattern number 9. Okay? Oh, buddy, stop. Buddy, buddy, buddy. Go, go. No, go. Go, go. Go. Harrison's having a bit of a meltdown, you guys, and it could kind of get ugly. So if I have to stop the recording and the broadcast, know that I will come back. And that, but it's pretty icky upstairs right now. So anyway, this is the way that I do this. You know what? The problem is that Harrison did so much fine motor work this weekend. That, yeah, it's just crazy. So yes, the answer to your question is the how-to books actually show how to cut the paper. So like you don't actually have to do all 8 pages. So the one that comes with this collection, actually, because you get a little brochure that shows what to do, where to cut and everything, how to cut your pages out, and then the layout as it's portrayed in the workshop on the go, that why they gave you the pieces and all of that. And then on the back it gives you a bonus layout, and it says that you can go to closetomyheart.com, click on workshops on the go, and it'll give you the cutting for these extra pieces as well. So I'm glad you guys were impressed, but it takes a bit, and so he's just kind of, he's Harrison. Okay, so in these books it tells you, so like to make this layout, which is similar to that, however it will look different in the how-to book. And it tells you how many sheets of paper you're going to need in order to make this layout. Okay? So that's really cool. So I want to show you one more thing, because then I'm going to show you the pages that are already done out of a different collection. Yep, I'm on, Tony. Okay. So somebody tell Tony. So what I do is I take 5 page protectors and I put all 8 pieces of my base cardstock into the page protector. And I tie it with some ribbon. Okay. And with the ribbon, I just tie it together so that it stays together in the order in which I'm using it, so we don't get out of hand or end up doing some weird thing. And then I take a sticky note and put it on the outside of each of my pages. So this is for page 1, and this is for page 2, page 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then what happens is we, as we're cutting everything, we will put them in there. Okay? I will settle down in a minute, I promise. Alright, so I'm going to show you the completed pages with the Primrose collection from Bo Bunny. And I normally, when I do a cutting guide, I normally put together a set of pages. So I feel really excited because I am hoping to have a really nice scrapbook done at the end of the year for being able to pull up a few of them. Why 8 pages using the same paper? A lot of people get tired of it. If you have multiple children, you can split them up. If you have 3 kids, then you have one layout for a family book and one 2-page layout for each of your kids. Or you can if you have 2 kids, you can do 2 layouts in one, 2 layouts in the other, and use the same layouts or the same photos on the layouts, but the layouts look differently. So that's really nice. And or if you have a theme book, you're looking at if you're looking at wanting to put something together for someone for Christmas, an 8-page layout class, you do a couple of them, turn the pages a little bit. They all are very similar. The paper's all together. I'm going to show you what I have left over from paper from this collection as well, because I did buy the 19-piece collection, the ephedra pack, this additional sticker sheet, and then everything else came out of my stash. Okay, so this is the collection. This is page 1 and 2. The stickers I used from the collection. The buttons are from the collection. These flowers here are from my stash. These are Petaloo. The buttons are close to my heart. They're wooden buttons. Here's the next 2 pages, which I absolutely, absolutely adore. The butterflies are all from the ephedra pack. The chipboard buttons, these wooden buttons are from close to my heart. This was called My Wish. And then there's the sticker from the small half size, the 6x12 sticker sheet. Here are page 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This is probably my favorite layout of the entire one. And then I love all the little butterflies, the little flags. These are chipboard flags that I cut off. Another Petaloo flower that I layered up. This here is a flourish from the sticker sheet, the big 12x12 sticker sheet. Here's another sticker that I cut. These are from the little sticker sheet. The buttons are all from the button collection that goes with this. The ribbon itself is from close to my heart. This wooden button here came with this button collection. And then finally the last 2 pages, page 7 and 8. And so this is one of those pieces in the ephedra pack. And then again, these pieces here are all there as well. So these are what the pages are going to look like. I think everybody's just paying attention. And so that is the layout style that we're going off of. Those are the pages that I'm doing. And I always tie mine with a ribbon until they get into it. Next week, I'll actually show you my work in progress binder. I have a brand new one coming, so we'll be able to do that. I want to give a shout out to everyone who purchased things on my website this month. You guys have just made me so happy. I have had my best sales month with Close to My Heart in a very, very, very long time. All right, so are you guys ready to get started on the cutting guides? I know there's a huge lag. I'm sorry. Okay. All right, guys. I'm ready. All right, the pieces that you have that are completely extra. So I did not add any cardstock other than the base pages to this packet from the Workshop on the Go. So you are going to have 2 full sheets of Colonial White, a sheet of, I want to say this is Twilight. No, this is Juniper. You're going to have an extra sheet of Juniper and an extra sheet of Chocolate, as well as a sheet of Bamboo. I think this is it, Bamboo. Okay, so I tried cutting out a couple of things. We'll get there. Sorry, I need to answer that really quick. Really? I'm ready to send my family out in the snowstorm. Aren't I just a nice person? Bamboo is a really nice shade. It's not real dark. It's not real light. It is really, really a nice color. This here is Saddle. So again, it's kind of a little different. The browns that Close to My Heart has are really, really nice. Desert Sand. So these are some of the browns. This is Chocolate. So this is one of the colors we're using tonight. And this one here is Champagne and Cashmere. Where's my Bamboo? Because I want you to see that they're all really different, distinct colors. It will be a very interesting evening, guys, I'm sure. And I can't find it. I don't know. Okay. Well, and you know what I buy, to be very honest with you? I buy when Michael's or Joann's has on sale their packages of 12 by 12 cardstock. I tend to buy white, black, and their light cream color. So when they do 5 sheets for $1, or that, I do that, or I will buy the packages when they are the pieces, because they're not real thick, but I can definitely use them as a base, and the colors match pretty well. So that is what I usually look for my base paper. However, my base paper tonight is the craft cardstock from Close to My Heart. Okay, so I'm going to set these pieces down. And we're going to go ahead. Do you guys want me to go through the paper and which pages I picked for each paper before I start cutting into them, or just go ahead and start cutting into them? What is your preference, guys? That's why I use their craft a lot. Okay, guys, what would you like? Do you want to see all the papers? Or do you want me to just start cutting? Because we're a half an hour into it now, so it's going to take a little while to cut. But the pages will go together so quick. No. They're about the same. Just cut is fine with me. Just cut. Just start cutting. Okay. Yep, buttercream is a really nice basil color. Okay, I'm just cutting. Ready? So, and I did the video, so you guys, I walked through each piece. So we are starting with pattern paper 1, and I am using this piece from Close to My Heart. It's got some really nice pattern to it. It's got some stitching and swirl. So we're going to go ahead and just get started. All right. So our very first cut is going to be at 6 inches. And this is a non-directional paper. And then we've cut at 6 inches. Now we're rotating it. We're going to cut at 4, at 3 1/4, at 3 1/4, at a 1/2 inch. Oh, and I cut that wrong. Okay, what do we do when we cut things wrong? We tape it all back together. I forgot to tell you guys we have to cut at 11 inches first. It's a good thing. Hold on. Scratch. Restart. I got another one of these paper packs today. Pretend you didn't see that. Yes, tape works, but I want this to look nice. So don't cut your paper with me, guys. Don't cut your paper with me. I got a second paper pack because I wanted to do a mini with it, I think. Yes, totally a cheater. All right, guys. We are going to cut this strip off, but this strip has a pattern on one side, so let's hang on to it. We'll use it. Okay. Yep. All right, so we're going to cut at 1 inch first. And we're going to set that aside. Actually, we're going to cut it down to 7 inches. This 1 by 7. Now, we're going to turn at the 11 inch side and cut at 6. I will be using the leftovers for the mini. Sometimes I like little things, and I knew I was going to use the majority of this paper. So we're going to cut at 4. We're going to cut at 3 1/4 and at 3 1/4, and that leaves us our 1/2 inch piece. Okay. The next piece we're going to cut on the 11 inch side here. This goes to 11. We're going to cut it 2 inches, and we're going to turn it and cut it 5 1/2 and at 5 1/2, and it should be perfect. We're going to take again this last piece that's left, 11 inches at the top. We're going to cut it 2 inches. We're going to cut it 5 1/2 and 5 1/2. And that gives us 2 more pieces. And then we have a 1 3/4 inch piece that we're going to cut to 8 inches. Okay? Oh, actually that's a 2 inch piece. We have to cut a little sliver off. Alright, so when you're done, I've just laid all of these on my piece of paper. So now we're going to take our trusty little book, and I'm going to set it on my lap. We're going to go to page 5 and slip it in. Now these 2 pieces are for page 1, and we're just going to slip them in. This little piece here is for page 5, and this piece is for page 6. We have these 2 pieces for page 3. These 2 pieces for page 4. This is an extra piece, and this is an extra piece, and this is for page 2. So we set these aside, and actually the extras I always throw in the very back. Okay? Yep. Okay, so page 1 is done. And then I normally have an extra somewhere to slip that so that they don't get mixed up. Okay, next piece we're going to cut is, we're cutting pattern paper 2 side A, which is going to be this piece. We are going to cut first at 10 inches. So we're going to take our little zip strip off here. And when you flip it over, it's got some cute little, oh, it's got a camping list. Oh, wow. It says griddle, skillet, cookware, plates, cups, bowls, can opener, chair, coolers, food, trash bags, water jug, camp cot. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. I don't know, you guys probably can't see it. We'll get it so you can see. All right, so our first cut is going to be at 10 inches. Okay, and this piece gets cut down to 9 inches. And then we have our 10-inch piece, so 10 up here. And we're going to cut this at 6. Now, we're going to turn this piece, and we are going, so it's 6 inches up and down. And we're going to cut at 625, which is 6 1/4. And we're going to turn this back, so we're at 6 1/4. And we're going to cut down to 3 inches. And down to 2 inches. Okay, so what we've done, so that you can see, is this is the 10-inch piece, this is the 6-inch piece, this piece we cut, goes down the side, so we made this cut next. Okay, now we're going to do these, these 2 pieces here. So we're going to cut this piece down to 3 1/4, and now we're going to cut at 2 1/4 and 2 1/4. Okay. Okay, so here's our piece, kind of wielded back together. I'm going to grab my layout piece here, flip it open. This piece is for page number 2. This piece here is for page number 2. This piece is for page number 7, and it's the back side. It says back side, that's why this is supposed to be a 2-sided page. So we're going to slip that in, back side. And this is for page number 1, and this is for page number 1. This piece is for page number 8, and it's the back side. These 2 little pieces are extra, which go in the way back. And these 2 little pieces are extra, which go in the way back. Okay? All right, page 2, which is the back side. Okay, so page 2 is this one here. So this is pattern paper 2 on the B side. And there's a lot of little cuts this way. So look at your paper and see what you want. Most of my things are going to go up and down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut across the grain of the paper so that it looks like it's going up and down. Okay? Yeah. All right, so our first cut is going to be, it's a 3 by 12 cut. So we're going to cut at 3 inches. Okay, and now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 half-inch cuts. 4 of which are this side and 4 are the other side. So we're just going to take and cut 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to flip it because this is the back side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we are going to flip it back to the other side, and we're going to cut at 1.5 by 9 3/4. We are going to cut at 1 inch at 9. We're going to cut at 1.5 by 9. And we're going to cut at 3/4 of an inch by 7 3/4. And then we have the little zip strip left. So basically all of these, other than just a couple little pieces, are going in our pages. All right? So this top piece goes in page number 5. These 4 pieces that look like wood, 2 go into page 3, 2 go into page 4. The flip side pages, 2 of them go into page 3 and 2 of them go into page 4. Extra, 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 extra. This one goes into page 8. This one here goes, these 2 both go into page 1. And this page goes into page 7. This piece goes to page 7. And these extra pieces go in the back. What I do is each of them are, the pictures in the book tell you how to get the best out of your paper, but that's why I did the cutting guides for you. So you can do each of those individually, and I posted some cutting guides so that you guys could get the most out of your paper. And those are over on my blog. And let's see. Lucinda, I'm going to make you a mod and let you post so you can post the link to my blog. And is Tony still around? Did I see her still? Okay, yep, I'm going to make Tony a mod. She'll take care of that. And, Laquita, could you also post if we kind of work it out? Oh. Okay. There we go. Alright, I got you guys settled. So I modded you. You should be able to make it happen. You have to post my blog, but you have to, let's see. There we go. So now you should be able to post my blog. Alright, so pattern piece number 3. See up here in this corner, I wrote the word stripe with the up and down here. Close to my heart's pretty awesome. So, I love answering the questions. There are lots of fun things. It's a lot of fun. It's you know, really nice quality stuff. It's exclusive through a consultant. But the cool part is like the Bo Bunny paper. These layouts were using these cutting guides to make those cute Bo Bunny pages. So anyway, I wanted to tell you about the stripe. So if you choose to use a stripe, you want your stripe to go up and down. Okay? And however, we're not using a stripe. I have this like starry paper. And so what we're going to go ahead and do is we are going to cut this to 10 inches on our first cut, because that's going to leave us the most amount of long paper on this side. We're going to turn this, and you need 2 pieces at 1/2 inch. Okay, you're going to need 2 more pieces at 1/2 inch. And this is the back side. And so what I made sure is, since this paper is the other paper from the very first page, I made sure that I was not using that on the pages that these went through. Okay? Oh, and those are supposed to be, we're going to leave them long at 10 inches. Okay? Now we're going to do 2 pieces at 1 inch. And we're going to cut those down to 8.5. And we're using the back sides. Hi, Donna. 8.5. I feel like I'm yelling at you guys. And then we also need 2 more pieces at 1/2 inch by 6 1/4 inches. And those again are the back side pieces. Okay? So when we put these things away, we have this whole huge sheet that we're going to be able to do. Yeah, absolutely. I do record for that reason. So these 2 pieces go to page 5 and page 6. So page 5 and page 6. These 2 pieces go to page 8. Where am I? Page 8 and 9. Nope. Page 7, page 8. These are both on page 8. 7 and 8. Something. This is on page 7. This one's on page 8. One of these is on 7 and one of them is on 8. I know that for a fact. And then page 7 and page 8. Okay? And the rest of these little pieces are extra, along with this big, huge chunk. Yes. The book shows you the pieces and where to put them, only I combined everything together in 8 pages. Okay? So now we have solid cardstock color number 1. And this would be normally as the same thing. However, I had pattern paper I hadn't used, and I thought it would work out really well. So I chose this gingham pattern, which is predominantly the same color. And so I'm going to use it, and I'm going to cut at 5 by 12. At 5 by 12. The next thing I'm going to do is take my zip strip off here, which is this cute little end on the end. That's really fun. Yes, I am showing you how to save your paper when you're cutting. Then we're going to cut at 175 and 175. Now we're going to cut at 1 inch. So we're putting the 10 1/4 up there. Okay, and we're going to cut this down to 10. And then this is 1 inch wide, and we're going to cut this 175 and 225. Okay? This is just so that you're able to get the pieces down. So those are extra. This is for page 3 and 4. This is page 2. And these are both for page 1. And then this little piece is for page number 6. And these little pieces right here are extra. You guys doing okay? All right. And now we have to have a second piece of solid cardstock for page number 2 of color 1. And so this is that second piece. And I'm going to go ahead and cut it 3 by 12. Then this piece needs to be 3 inches by 9 inches. And then 175 by 7 inches. And then 2 inches by 5.5. Okay, so the rest of this paper here is extra. These are the pieces. So this piece here is for layout number 5, page 5. This one here is for page 6. This is an extra piece. This is for page 5. And this one here is for page 6. All right, we're getting to the actual cardstock here. This is cardstock color number 2, piece 1, which is Gold Rush. We're going to cut it 5.5 by 12. We're going to cut at 4 inches by 12. We're going to turn it to 3 1/4. It's the same thickness as Prima cardstock. At 3 1/4 and at 3 1/4. And then there's a little piece here. So this leaves us a 2.5 inch piece. So we're going to do a 2.5 by 2.5, another 2.5 by 2.5, and then the last 2 pieces need to be 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. The only difference with Close to My Heart cardstock, you guys, is that it is a white core. So when you emboss with it or things like that, it will show the white through. And an extra. Okay. So this goes for page number 1. These go for page number 2. Extra. These are for page number 7 and page number 8. If you have a 12 by 12 printer, You know, you can always take some cheap cardstock and draw them out as well. That's what I do. And this is solid cardstock color number 2, piece number 2. And again, it's Gold Rush. Oh, these are extra. Let's throw those in the extra pile so we don't get them mixed up. So this goes in the very back because that's extra. So we're going to cut at 4 1/4 by 6 1/4 and at 5 1/4. We're going to cut at 4 1/4 again by 12. We're going to cut at 6 1/4 and at 3 1/4. And then we're going to cut at 3 1/4, which is going to take 1/4 of an inch off the bottom here. And by 4 1/4 and 4 1/4 and extra. So these are page 3. This first one is for page 3. This one is for page 2. This one here is for page 3. This one is for page 3. These bottom 2 are for page 4. And then these 2 pieces are extra that go in the way back. You know, and that's what happens is you find stuff that you like and that's what you use. And you know, and if you're willing to pay extra for it, then you're willing to pay for it. That's you and that. So, all right, guys. This is cardstock color number 3, piece 1, and we're going to cut at 10 inches. And then we're going to cut at 8 1/2. Yep. Then we're going to cut at 2 1/2 by 2 1/2, and we need 4 pieces. And then this long piece that we cut off, this is the 2 by 12 piece that's left over. And we're going to cut this down to 1 1/2. And we're going to cut 5 1 1/2 by 1 1/2 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so these are all for, 4 of them are for page 5 and 1 is for page 6. This big sheet here is for page 5. These 4 little pieces down here are for page 5. And this is an extra, which goes in the way back. Oh, and these little pieces are extra. That is in the way back. All right, we just got, I think, 2 more sheets of paper, guys. All right, this is solid cardstock color number 3, piece 2. And we're going to, again, start cutting at 9 inches. And we're going to do 8 1/2. And we have, let's see, we're going to cut at 2 1/2 on our long strip. And we need 3 pieces. 1, 2, 3. All right. I'm glad you like them. I cannot wait to see. All right. They're perfect for a crop. Like if you're going to go and work on some stuff and you know what you're doing and know what you want to use, they're perfect because you can put them in like this and take your little pictures and everything and do it. These are for page 6. This is scrap, this is scrap, and this is scrap. And so what I mean by scrap is those are the things that you can stamp on, cut out, any of those things. Yep. All right, and the very last cutting guide is for solid color cardstock number 4, and I chose chocolate, and we're going to cut at 7 3/4 by 5 1/2. We're going to cut at 5 1/4 by 6 1/4. And I'm hoping that it helps that I am doing this way, 6 1/4, so that you can see where the pieces are. That's why I'm doing true to life drawings for you, so that when I place this on here like this, you can see where the pieces were supposed to be cut. So this is page 7. This is page 8. This is extra. This is page 8. This is extra, extra, and extra. Okay? All done cutting. We now have the bases for every piece that we're doing. Any questions on the cutting guides, guys? Oops. Any questions? Yep. I'm excited. So these are all the little bits and pieces you have left. You also have a couple of pieces out of this. You'll have 5 pieces of cardstock, or yeah, 5 pieces of cardstock that is whole and everything. So that is the that is all of the cutting guides you need for these. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stop the recording so that those people can go through the cutting guides, and then the next recording they'll be able to pick up where we put everything together. Okay?